Okay, so my schedule is changing once again. In order to work towards a better hardware situation, I am taking on a part-time job. So until I have an actual schedule to share, I am currently leaving that up in the air. My previous videos with the intro being my schedule are now invalid. Just wanted to update you all on that situation. So yes, we're doing another Nuxanor react. I promise. I swear I swear I'm gonna make original content of my own. It's coming. It's not the easiest thing to do, and I do need to keep the content flowing. But yes, I promise it is on the way, and it's a lot more. It's nowhere near simple as reactions. Obviously, it's like the saying: it's easy to criticize than it is to create. It's infinitely easier to criticize than it is to create. Anyway, so this is a Nuxanor video, another one. Yep, we're into the second one today. And the reason why is because it covers a topic that's actually a little personal for me, actually, because I actually did in fact used to work with Scientology. Yes, I actually was a Scientologist for a very short period of time. Worked with them, felt somewhat of a camaraderie there with the people I was working with. I had heard of the different things that Scientology was accused of doing. I assume it's going to be covered in this video. But I didn't know for sure. The people there definitely seemed like nice people. But we'll talk about my experiences as the video progresses. I did start watching this I'm 3 minutes in, and then that's when I realized it's something that I can definitely react to because I have something to say, I have something to add, something to contribute on the topic of and the conversation. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna restart the video from the beginning. I didn't watch these 3 minutes recently or anything, so it's gonna be still fresh to me. So yeah, let's get started.
Bro looks like the Riddler. Bro looks like the Diddler. What is happening among the elites in the United States of America? So Tyler Oliveira just made a video investigating a cult, which I think is Scientology. I think that's what we're going to talk about. Everyone in my chat told me I need to react to this. It's insane. But apparently, behind the scenes, this is actually going strong. Like, I knew about Scientology back in the day. I didn't know that there was still an active Scientology movement. Now, the craziest thing about...
I will say, once they know your address, they do not stop sending you mail. They send you tons and tons of mail every single day. It's unbelievable, actually, the amount of trees being killed for the progression of Scientology. It's ridiculous.
Scientology that you are not aware of is that they worship alien lords. Like, it's literally a cult. It's a cult by any possible framework that is run by elites. And actually, and this is crazy, they control the IRS. This is something I learned about a long time ago. The IRS is scared of the Scientology cult, so they're powerful. Because even the Joker was scared of the IRS. So we have a lot to look at here. I'm really glad that Tyler made this video. All right, let's see what it's about.
That's me infiltrating Scientology's Church of Spiritual Technology, fortified with spiked fences.
Spiritual technology is the ultimate red flag.
Infrared cameras, and rumored to be a labor camp holding the leader of Scientology's wife as a prisoner. And
What?
I'll also be infiltrating their HQ in Los Angeles.
Oh, why are you flashbanging me? Hold on. Don't shoot me, please.
Clearwater, Florida.
What?
You're gonna regret this.
What is happening?
You've allowed yourself to become a mindless robot.
And New York City.
Them what Xenu is?
Oh
What is that?
my god, yes, so Xenu, for those of you that are unaware, dude, I know a little bit about Scientology because I find enjoyment in learning the lore of esoteric weird shit. So, for those of you that are unaware, Scientology believes that the alien galactic overlord Xenu is actually controlling humanity, and they sort of pray to him like he's some sort of deity, but he's not a deity because he's like a it's it's a cult religion of science and technology that surprisingly a lot of really powerful elite people are part of, and it's a little bit terrifying.
All right, so as someone who obviously, well, listen, the thing is, I obviously did not climb up very far into the organization. I never really got past the first rung, obviously. because it was a very short amount of time I did spend with Scientology, but in the beginning,
beningging.
that's my only position, like point of view I can offer, is that in the beginning they have you essentially idolize the bust of L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard is the author. I mean, I'm sure I can cover it here, but the author of Scientology religious books, and the science fiction writer. Essentially, he's a science fiction writer. I don't want to say pray to. It doesn't. That sounds too. It's not quite accurate, but every morning when you start your shift working with Scientology, we met in a large room where everybody was supposed to gather, and we would like essentially give thanks to L. Ron Hubbard, and again like applaud his bust and a statue of him in the room. It was I always found it kind of weird, but I just kind of went with it because I mean it was a time in my life where I had no one outside of my family, so I just kind of like was looking to like grasp onto whatever group would have me essentially, and it was a job too. I mean, I didn't really make that much money. In fact, it didn't even cover what I did make. Didn't even cover like travel to and from, but it was a job. I treated it like a job. I showed up there on time every day and left on when I felt the work was finished, which was a full 8 hours, and it was interesting. But I'm not sure if I should say this, but it was the one I was working at was the one in Times Square in New York. Like right outside the Times Square station, for the like NRQ, whatever the Times Square station has a lot of trains that run through it, but yeah,
it's a little bit terrifying. I'm not even gonna lie, it's a lot terrifying. It's actually a lot terrifying.
Like we believe in aliens and stuff like that.
Is that true?
I can't tell you actually. I actually can't tell you. So one of the big conspiracies that a lot of people are unaware of, and by the way, this is completely true, is the fact that in Scientology they don't tell you what the cult is about. They don't tell you the religion when you're at the lower phase. I'm pretty sure you have to be part of the Scientology movement for a long time until eventually they level you up enough to teach you about what they actually believe in. Which is like, holy shit, it's like you...
And of course, there's a psychological reason for that, right? It's hard. It's so much harder to convince someone that they've been lied to than it is to lie to them, to fool them. Because no one wants to believe they've been fooled, right? So you spend so much time, years and years and years, studying, growing. You feel like you're progressing as a human being. Going through the Scientology process, what they have you do, like the exercises and stuff like that they have you do, and then of course, okay, so now you're telling me that there's aliens. Now, of course, listen, I never got that far. I never got that far into it. I'm being honest. Here's something I personally experienced, what I went through, but I never got that far to have it been told to me that we believe in Xenu. The South Park episode was right, because that's where I heard some of the information from was that episode of South Park. The whole alien thing, but moving on.
You must convert to Islam before you read the Quran levels of what is happening. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's wild. So anyway, here we go, boys. Here we go. This is gonna be a deep dive. I'm ready. I'm ready to see some elite retards in America.
Potential jail time and lifetime harassment from this cult, notorious for ruining the life of anyone who speaks out against it for a YouTube video.
Scientology made them sell the properties just so that our grandkids couldn't see them anymore. And that is why I call Scientology a family-destroying human trafficking cult.
People who were in Scientology should be able to get justice for actual crimes that were committed against them.
Well, because I believe with your help, videos like...
Oh my god, that is the creepiest disguise I've ever seen. Bro looks like the Riddler. Bro looks like the Diddler.
This can help destroy this human trafficking cult. But how did a cult invented by a mentally ill science fiction author brainwash millions of people into believing an alien overlord named Xenu brought billions of frozen aliens to Earth in jets, dumped them into volcanoes, and blew them up with hydrogen bombs, leading to all of humanity's problems? And how did a religion so stupid become one of the most feared and powerful cults in America, compromising some of Hollywood's most famous actors?
So what do you say? We need to clean this place up, huh? Yeah. Okay. Because we're counting on you. To LRH.
Yeah, and then they say, no, there is no group of pedophile elites that control people's minds, and then Scientology just exists. All right, here we go, boys.
They own that building. They own most of the buildings around here. In fact, Tom Cruise is supposed to have a penthouse up there. Yep. So, they can suck it.
And in great irony, my journey into Scientology began as a result of their own beautiful building in the heart of New York City's Times Square, as I was exposed.
Oh my god, this is exactly what I was working at. Oh my god. Oh my god.
In scammers, I came in to do a free personality test and realized Scientology might be the biggest scam of them all.
Yeah, it's up there. And I think the scariest part is the fact that they have so much power. The fact that literal elites in American society are part of this Scientology thing, and the reality is, I think that the Jews are getting way too much credit. You know, we're all talking about the Jewish space lasers and stuff, but in reality, like, Scientology must be so pissed. Every time the Jews get blamed for controlling something, the Scientologists are like fucking stolen valor. Oh my god, it's truly diabolical.
It's crazy out there. It's a zoo out there, man. Right here?
Yeah, so that's what we like. That's pretty much the way it works.
Sure.
The test starts. The questions start right here. Multiple choice questions, right? 200 questions, right?
Heard.
You see that?
Damn, that's a
They're
lot.
all very simple.
Thanks, man.
This free personality test is the bait they use to get vulnerable people in the door, to diagnose their life's problems, and then sell them a solution.
Right here, this is 8 minutes long.
All right.
And this is about the guy who developed the subject, named Ron Hubbard.
Okay.
And he's the founder of the subject.
Am I going to scoot back a little bit?
While my personality test was being scored, I was then exposed to my first Scientology propaganda film, and my journey into their brainwashing funnel had begun.
Communicating what we are trying to do in Scientology.
So far, the staff that is being shown on camera here, I'm surprised actually I haven't recognized a single person. It wasn't all that long ago that I was there. So I'm surprised I don't recognize anybody that's there.
To somebody who has no inkling, and one of the most difficult things in the world.
We literally can't explain what our actual movement is about. Which is why first you have to get to level 2. When you get to level 2 Scientologists, then we'll explain what we're actually doing. We're actually trying to save the world and bring harmony and peace. How, you ask? Well, we can't tell you that just yet.
Is to tell somebody who thinks he's a body.
But we do have a lot of famous people and attractive women that are Scientologists. Have you considered that?
That he is himself. But they tell one another that man is an animal, and that when he dies, he is gone. Of course, that's just about as insulting as you can possibly get.
To understand.
Yeah, because I'm religious and I believe in God. Not because I believe in Lord Xenu, the galactic overlord.
And Scientology, we have to first understand its founder, L. Ron Hubbard, a prolific sci-fi writer who made his living with his imagination, writing over 1,000 books.
There is no way that the guy that invented Scientology writes fiction. That's insane.
In his life, and eventually immersed himself into the occult, psychology, and hypnosis, ultimately concluding that the only way to become rich was to make his own religion. So he began luring the naive, hopeless, and spiritually confused into a multi-level marketing scheme where he promised them spiritual enlightenment behind a paywall that never ended.
Wow, dude.
I want to back up for a second, because I want to talk about this.
The naive, hopeless, and
when they induct you into working with them, they do this test on you with that machine there. I want to say, as a lie detector test, I want to be careful about how I describe my experience with this machine, because it does in fact seem to be able to gauge emotions pretty effectively, in terms of like, if you're feeling a certain way about a certain subject, if they ask you about it, and like it'll like the meter, the needle that you can't really see because it's too bright in this particular image. There's a needle right here in the circle thing right there, and it'll react based on what it senses based on you touching the metal rods there, and when you're feeling a certain way, you're feeling like negative emotions towards something, and the machine will in fact pick that up and it will like essentially, because they see that about like what you're like what they ask you, they will like, you know, make decisions based off of that. And it's interesting. I thought that was interesting to like bring up there.
Spiritually confused into a multi-level marketing scheme where he promised them spiritual enlightenment behind a paywall that never ended.
Wow, dude. It sounds to me like you're biased, right? You're really not giving Scientology a fair shake here.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be vague, right? It's just a lot of my past I try to forget because I gotta be honest, I haven't liked my life very, very much, which is why I struggle with certain ideation. But that's why I'm not trying to be vague. I just genuinely don't remember as vividly as I'd like to for purposes of this video. But yeah, moving on.
Life is improved on a gradient. It's improved a little, and then it's improved a little more, and it's improved a little more.
He told stories of how 75 million years ago, an evil tyrant collected beings on other planets to be stored in volcanoes on Earth.
Boxed them up in boxes, threw them into space planes.
As this film depicts, the spirits' bodies were destroyed by hydrogen bombs, and today their troubled spirits are attached to human bodies by the thousands. Called body thetans, they cause endless problems. Only Scientology knows how to shake them loose.
All those foolish religions think that they're demons that are running around and controlling people, when actually it's just alien spirits that were genocided billions of years ago.
Talk to them. And when you find out who they are and what they're doing, and what's making them stick around you, then they blow. And so you pay a lot of money. I mean, you have lots of body thetans. This process takes lots of time.
Yeah, so we pay lots of money in order to commune with our own demons. Wow, cool.
I met a subscriber working as a Scientology recruiter.
I'm a big fan of yours.
How? Literally how?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I've seen your videos.
Okay, right on. This guy's done a lot.
He does.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. You almost seem like a match. You almost seem like you guys are matched.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is
Oh, you're literally just like the founder. Bro, how do you not realize that he's doing this for a video?
religion.
Yes. What this is
True.
It's based on science.
Yeah.
It's
the whole science-based religion is like such a crackpot answer, okay? Because then it's not faith, then it's science. All right, so science and religion, I think, are two sides of the same coin. I think that all of religion is backed by science, obviously, because I think science is just an idea of finding the truth, and I think that religion is the truth, fundamentally. So that I do believe. That's my opinion. You have the right to disagree. But I don't think, so on the one, that's on the one hand, but on the other hand, I don't think you can actually use religion. I don't think you can use science to prove religion, and the reason for that is simple. Then it's not religion. I think that then it's not faith. It's just logic. I think faith is a level past pure and utter evidence. That's why I personally believe that there is no proof that God exists, even though I do believe God exists. That's my opinion. In my opinion, God exists, and we will never have direct proof for it. And the reason why is because if we had proof for it, well, then there would be no free will. We would just know. There would be no such a thing as faith. So, again, anywho, science just keeps proving time and time again that religion is right.
In the face of evidence, in that respect, evidence, if there were evidence, then faith would be meaningless at that point. Hey everyone, future ZephyrNox here. In editing the video, I was not happy with my commentary in this part of the video, so I figured I'd put this here after the fact. Here's what I wanted to say. Faith is a test of character. Evidence with faith is meaningless because there's evidence. You can't have faith with evidence because if you already know it exists, do you need faith? No, you do not. However, faith is a test of character because it comes with an understanding that not everything is in your control, right? So that means there must be someone or something that is in control because it's not you. And so having faith, the reason why it's a test of character is because you have the understanding or the belief that even though everything's not in your control, that whatever does have your situation that you don't have control over in their control, that it's working for your benefit even though it doesn't seem like it at the time. And everything's gonna work out in the long run. That's where faith comes in. Yeah. I have no further insight.
fact and correct and true, ironically, but I don't think that there's going to be some sort of epic proof or then it's not faith anymore. Anyway, that's just my stance, but Scientology is retarded, so they don't see it that way.
Categorized as a religion because, frankly, we deal with the spirit, and I mean, where else are you going to put spirit in a lot of categories? It's basically Scientology is tools for use for handling the problems of life. You know, like if you look at
like therapy. What?
Buddhism.
Evidence that God exists, not proof. Yeah, for sure.
It is a lot like therapy. When they have you, I forget the terminology that they use, but they do this thing where like they have you close your eyes, and you just kind of like search your memories and talk about like, you know, different things about your childhood and stuff like that. Like they go deep into like, who you are as a person and stuff like that. Like just, damn. I wish I remembered more. Like honestly, shoot. Like I wanted to do this because I of my personal experience. Like because of my proclivity for like throwing out memories I dislike, I forgot so much. Oh man. But yeah, I did a few of these. I guess they're called readings, and they go into like depth about like how you are the way that you became to be today. Like different experiences that you had, you know, growing up and stuff like that. And it was much easier for me to dig deep and remember stuff like that back then because of their process. So it's not, I will say it's effective. It's not, there is a certain validity to what they do, I will say. Whether or not I agree with their overall goal and what they, some of the things they do that I'm sure it's going to be talked about in this video. Of course I don't. I mean, they mentioned human trafficking cults earlier on, the preview of the video. Obviously disagree with that kind of stuff. But yeah, moving on.
I think there's evidence God exists, but I don't think there's ever going to be direct proof that God exists unless, you know, it's like the end times.
You look at, you know, reincarnation, all that stuff. A lot of that research that's what a lot of this is.
I wondered, what would happen if I too became a Scientologist?
This is wild. Holy crap. I can't believe this dude actually went into the Scientology cult for this video.
How much could I
It's not that difficult, really. Yeah.
learn from the inside?
What was your first name again?
Josh.
Josh.
Nice
Okay, easy to remember. Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
And my personality test results were ready.
All right.
So I didn't score within any of the acceptable ideal ranges.
It didn't come that way. No.
I don't want to be the guy to tell you this, but you're retarded.
This way.
Yeah.
Just a start.
I'll give you another example of someone you probably know. Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is just a start.
I'll give you another example.
Every morning at the start of the shift, this is the room. This is the room they'd have you gather in and like talk about what like how things have been going and stuff like that, and then you know clap towards the bust of L. Ron Hubbard once it's over. But yeah, it was interesting, an interesting experience to say the least.
Example of someone you probably know. Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
He's a
He's in Florida, too.
Yeah, a lot of it is taken from L. Ron Hubbard's, administration tech.
But I'm more of a believer in
I love some of the things I've seen about Grant Cardone, like his videos, like
400 grand's like a no-brainer. That's how you make 400 grand. You put it in your calculator and say, I make 400 grand. And I divide it by 365. That means I need to make $1,095. If you've ever made $1,095.11, you can make 400 grand because I just showed you how easy it is. But if I wanted to make it easier than that, I'd be like divide by 24 hours.
well, yeah, I just taught you how to be, how to be a millionaire. You just do this, and it was just like some stupid bullshit with the calculator. Like, oh yeah, if you work X amount of time, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, I don't think Grant Cardone is a very likable person.
like not the supernatural, but like there's something bigger than us here. But I don't know if it's like a god-like figure. I'm wondering what it is. You know,
like there's other people outside of this.
Oh, I definitely believe in aliens. If that's what you're asking, yeah.
Yeah, not from the religious standpoint, but I for sure believe that.
Yeah.
There is what we call a grade chart, which actually.
Dude, what are we doing? They turned aliens into a faith. That's crazy.
You progress level by level, and you get more and more awareness of yourself.
All you need to do is pay more money to get higher levels, to go deeper in the cult, and then we'll tell you about yourself.
Yeah, and part of the way they rope you in to work with them is that, like, some of these lessons, of course, are free if you work with them. So naturally, it was like, okay, you know what? Why not? I could use a job. I could use something to do during a day. yeah, I mean, if this is truly helpful, like it seemed to have helped certain people in my family at the time, I was like, you know what, fine, whatever. What do I have to lose? Not a whole lot, really. So I just went ahead and went with it.
Need to actually handle the aspect of, you know, people hold on to emotions and hold on to things for themselves.
Like
and
trauma.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And so you
Like
can
trauma.
actually get rid of those experiences.
Trauma is actually ancient alien demons.
Oh yeah, you know that just reminded me. Hold on, this thing right
Get
here.
rid of those experiences.
Trauma is actually
Trauma.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so
These little things.
to emotions and hold on to things for themselves.
Scientology is war on psychiatry. They make it very clear early on. They do not like anyone that has that has dealt with psychiatry. If you have been in a psych ward or a psychiatric institution at any point in your life, that's grounds for rejection. They will not take you in as someone who works with them if you've been in that situation. Now, I was gonna say that the thetan thing where they check your thetan levels or whatever, where you grab those metal bars, it's not a very good lie detector test because I definitely said no, I did not, and I definitely have been in a psychiatric situation. So it's definitely not a good lie detector test, but it does gauge your emotions very well.
Like trauma.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you
Like
can
trauma.
actually get rid of those experiences.
Trauma is actually ancient alien demons. That's right, baby.
Not the memory, but the pain or the thing that's emotional connected with it, so that way it doesn't actually affect you. Edward Hubbard, he found that, you know, kind of like when you get rid of like the painful experiences, that people feel better. So as they kind of clear those areas of like, okay, I committed this sin or I committed whatever, it's just done. And that's all the auditor, what do we call it? That's all we do is we actually unchain.
Auditor, right. I was in an auditing session. That's what it was called, auditing. I was being audited when I was talking about closing my eyes and going back into my past, stuff like that. So yeah.
You in a sort of speak.
What you get your sins absolved by aliens? Like, bro, it's crazy on every level.
Being connected with that withholds. You're not withholding.
Okay, and you guys are religious.
Less pain means more feel good. That's just science, guys.
So tax free.
That's right.
Okay, that's fire.
That's the scam, baby. Tax free.
No, this is such an interesting world. That's cool. No, you've been very generous with your time and just explain.
You know why? You know why? Because I saw your video about what you do in other churches.
Yeah.
I mean, I better be like really nice with you. And this is one of Edward Hubbard's book, which you can have.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I texted my mom. I was like, "Do you know about this?" She said, "Ask them what Xenu is." What is that?
I can do it.
What is it?
South Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the South Park. No.
For us
Okay.
on Scientology, they're the authoritative thing on like we believe in aliens and stuff like that.
Which they do.
Is that true? Is it like extraterrestrial? Like I'm pretty open-minded to.
Not necessarily. Not really. I mean, mostly it's just.
Yes, but also no.
You know, scientific.
Well, these guys hadn't even gotten to the OT level required to learn about the galactic overlord Xenu.
No shot. No shot the people that are trying to get you to join Scientology didn't get to the level where they learned about the galactic overlord Xenu.
Hadn't even got.
Yes, shot. Yes. I feel like the term evangelizing, I mean, it's basically a term exclusive for like Christianity, like you evangelize, spread the faith, but this is essentially like the meaning of it is kind of the same. Like these people don't really know what they're supposed to know if like once they're like higher up in the echelons of the religion, but they know enough to say, okay, well, this has helped me in my life, so of course it could and should help others. So why not join? So that's kind of why and how this religion is like spreads, or stagnates really, because I can't imagine they're doing very well. If he's like you can see, the only other people that are here are Tyler, his crew, and like people that work here. So they're paying. I don't know how they're paying the rent for this building, but not many people are coming in and out, as you can see.
to the OT level required to learn about the galactic overlord Xenu, it made me wonder, how much did a low-ranking Scientologist like these guys you see in recruitment centers in major cities all over actually even know about their own cult? So I headed to Los Angeles. If I was gonna learn about what it meant to be a Scientologist, I had to visit the Sea Org, where the elite, full-time Scientologists live in a Scientology compound and offer their labor 24/7 to Scientology in exchange for getting closer to the highest levels of spiritual advancement. But
this is unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable that people fall for this. Like, I find this so fascinating because, in my opinion, everyone yearns for some sort of spiritual connection. We do, because I think that while we do live in a four-dimensional hypercube, right, with space and time, we all have wants and needs of our own. I think every single person has a little part of themselves that yearns for spiritual connection. Now, in my opinion, that yearning is fulfilled through religion, through finding God and believing in God. But society tells you you're not allowed to do that because Sky Daddy is stupid, according to society. So therefore, you know, they do their absolute best to basically make God untenable for your average person. Now, some people yearn for the minds, but and I think that gets replaced. It gets replaced with Scientology, and people end up falling into this cult and get easily manipulated and controlled because this spiritual connection that they're seeking, this is the fake response that they're giving them. And it's honestly diabolical. It's insane.
To prevent being recognized, I disguised myself to infiltrate their recruitment center.
Good idea.
Short film?
Yeah, how about one of the Dianetics?
I got a couple minutes.
Yeah, come on.
Won't take too long.
You're wearing makeup?
I have some physical disabilities I have to cover.
Oh, okay. Hi, introduction.
Hi there. How are you? Just been looking at the stars.
You what?
You've been looking at the stars.
Oh, yeah. Okay, actually, let me show you this.
Yeah. What is it? What is it?
So that's actually one of the films online.
Dianetics?
Well, it's nice to meet you. I think you should watch it there. That's nice.
Now can you show me the film?
Oh, hey, guys.
Thank you, miss. She told me she'd show me the film.
Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Oh, I see it.
Hello, guys.
What are you talking about? What does this mean? About all are welcome? All right. What did they tell you? What did they say? They say it's religion?
They were targeting the Hispanics who could not speak English. Predated upon the Hispanics. We saw Shannon in the flesh.
My disguise had failed me. This was most likely due to the work of Streets LA, who has committed himself to destroying Scientology after a Scientologist mocked the death of his murdered son.
Oh my God!
You really should have.
Yes, my son died. This is my son died because I'm a bad father.
We met up at the infamous
What a psycho!
building where members of Scientology's Sea Org live full-time to see what life is like for the most committed members of this cult.
Dude, these guys are
You can't even
psychos.
see inside. Why are they so secretive?
I'm gonna guess that has something to do with guys like you.
I mean, the reason why they're so secretive is because it's retarded, and people will find out it's retarded. So they do this, you know, they do this to essentially catch you. They try to get people that don't know anything, and they get you involved in this cult, and once you start investing and putting money into it, you'll feel like you've already put in too much to go back, and then they'll drag you further into the quagmire of delusion and heresy.
Possibly.
Do you guys care to have a friendly conversation? We're just trying to learn more about the church, but no worries if not. Why are you running?
Even the fact that they call it the Church of Scientology, it's so obviously done as a subversion technique.
Do you guys know about Xenu? Excuse me, sir. Can we discuss?
Well, I mean, having paying for things tax-free is quite the buff. It helps a lot.
Xenu. I've asked you a question, miss, about your church, your religion. I seek to learn, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I've never heard of a religion that doesn't want to do this unless you pay them. I've never heard of that because it's obviously not a religion.
I'm stuck. Good evening. Oh, why are you flashbanging me? Hold on. Don't shoot me, please. Hold on. Just let me look at the church. Let me look at the church. Question for you. Is this the Church of Scientology? Sir.
Dude, these people are terrible.
A little bit. Can we talk to you about Xenu? Can we discuss Xenu? Do you work for the church?
I can't talk.
Do you know about Xenu?
I can't.
Sir, his behavior resembles that of a
This is so creepy.
North Korean.
Yeah, first rule of the cult: don't tell anything to outsiders unless they join the cult.
Gentlemen, do you guys know about Xenu? We need to discuss Xenu. We need to discuss the predatory practices of the church.
While none of the Scientologists here would
He named a street after him.
William was eager to explain the situation.
Can you tell me about the auditing process?
Essentially, they have a
A
machine.
lot of cults are like this. I agree. A lot of cults predate, in my opinion, on people that have spiritual yearning that they've never been given any form of introduction to a religion, and they end up getting caught into these cults. I agree, but Scientology's big. Scientology has some really big names that are high up in this cult, and that's terrifying.
That's like essentially a lie detector. And so they ask you personal questions, ask you about your life, ask you about your feelings. They gather all that information. It's recorded visually and with audio, and it's kept in its archive, but they ask you lots of personal questions. Things like, what do you think about your mother? What do you think about your brother? Okay. And you get forced to admit these things because you are hooked up to the lie detector test. If you try to leave, they will use that against you. They'll say, well, you know what? You said these things about your mother. It'd be a shame if they found out about that. What about
what? They black?
So I never try to leave, but everything else so I can't speak to that. But everything else he said is 100% accurate. But like I said, it's not a very good lie detector test because I did in fact lie while on it. So and they didn't detect it. So not very good. But emotions most definitely it's good at.
Mail you? Oh my god! This is a giant blackmailing cult that runs the IRS? Dude, get out of here.
the crimes you committed at some point? They will use that information against you. So the people that work in here... Shannon is a member of the Sea Org. She works 110 hours a week. She gets paid $47 per week. Actually, she gets paid $0.
What?
She gets $47 a week allowance. It's not considered work. It's considered religious volunteering. And so therefore, they get around labor laws. And they get an allowance, but they have to buy their own toiletries and stuff. So they don't get any money. So they're working 14, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't have cell phones. They don't have computers. They don't have access to the outside world. A lot of the people you see right here come from other countries on religious visas. They take their visas away, and now you're forced to work. But if you want to leave, you don't have your visa in hand. You don't have...
What is going on? How is this acceptable? Like, dude, people in America talk about freedom of religion. This isn't about freedom of religion. This is insanity.
Any ID. What are you to do? You're stuck. So to me, that sounds a lot like human trafficking.
Is this the main point of residence for all of these Scientologists in LA?
Yes, and it's also sort of like their main church, too.
How are you?
The fact that they use a cross is also so insane. Like, they use a cross to trick you into thinking that you're finding some sort of spiritual guidance here.
Question for you, sir, while you're here. Do you know about Scientology?
Not much.
Do you want me to teach you about it?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, your neighbor?
I live in there, yeah.
Do you know what they do?
I have no interest in knowing.
Have you seen anything unusual?
Not really.
Are they nice people?
To me, they have been.
Have a good night.
No.
I see, okay. You haven't been threatened to kill if you say otherwise?
No.
For sure.
I don't let anybody kill myself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't let anyone kill myself either.
They called the police on you before, though. Police have come over there before, right?
I kicked the police out.
Yeah, I remember that situation.
Why are they calling the police on you?
I have no idea. They made a false alarm. I don't know.
Okay.
But after that, once I kicked them out, they never showed up. I was okay for the first time. Second time, I told them, you better find out who called you, otherwise don't show up on my place, otherwise it will be consequences. So after that, nothing happened like that.
Where his house is, they own the whole block, and he lives on the block right there. He had conversations with us, and because of that, he was rewarded with having the cops called on him.
Why does the police play ball with them and their antics?
Listen, they
Great
give a lot of
question.
money to the police foundation.
Dude, they just own the fucking police. These are LAPD officers performing at Scientology events. Oh my god, dude, this is crazy.
They love bomb them. They're quite honestly, I want to separate that relationship, and I feel that over the course of the last year, we really have separated that relationship. I don't think they come to their rescue the way that they had in the past. Let's see if they're coming for us. We're used to them showing up. No, yeah.
That wouldn't have been surprising if they stopped here, came out, show of force, get out of here.
They've called, they may be here for us, believe it or not. They've called their sirens. No, we've had the cops called 50, 60, 70 times. Last week we were here to claim that we were committing burglary at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, just walking down the street.
What are they saying?
Just came up on Citizens app that someone has a kitchen knife 400 feet away, but I don't know if that's right.
So we're the ones with the kitchen knife?
I don't know.
Allegedly, maybe.
They called the cops claiming that these people had knives and they were attacking people? What the fuck?
Allegedly, maybe.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what they're...
Okay, report of man threatening person with kitchen knife.
Oh my god! And the cops definitely know that this is bullshit because it's in front of the Scientology building.
What? Are we the ones with the kitchen knife?
Most likely.
Can you tell us who you are and your experience getting stalked by the Church of Scientology?
It's allegedly stalked. I went to drop William off at his house, and there was a car behind me that I noticed was sitting outside of his house for a minute.
Okay.
And then they waited a minute, And then finally, they realized I wasn't going to move. They pulled around me, and I noticed that
there was a lady named Kirstie Alley who died of cancer because she was a Scientologist and they weren't allowed to use medical intervention. Oh my God.
There was a Scientology sticker on the back of their car. I have the photo. Also, if you want to see it.
That's pretty bold.
On my stop.
Another cop car. It's 5. That's 5 times in a row. I got no knife. I'm innocent. Sorry.
If they were trying to not be obvious, they wouldn't put a sticker on the back of their car. But I think they just wanted to show, like, oh, we know where you live, and like.
And do they know where you live?
Of course. Well, they were outside his. It was after I dropped him off, but of course they know where I live.
Oh I don't like that.
They've stalked their family across the country.
What?
What?
All because of.
This is shady as hell. I'm actually quite glad that my life didn't go down this path of me becoming a full-on Scientologist. Eventually, I openly admitted to the fact that I was in a psych ward or whatever situation that I'm not going to be too upfront about here, because obviously, like I say, there's just some things you shouldn't say online. But I did admit that I was in an institute for a little while, and that obviously it barred me from getting too deep working for them ever again. And there was a situation where my family was leaving the state, and they actually tried to convince me to stay without any place to go or anywhere to be, and actually tried to get me to work to live with one of their own and pay rent when they know how much they pay me and it's not enough to pay for rent. But they wanted me to stick around and work for them like a slave, and they wanted me to do that in spite of the fact that it wouldn't have been a good decision for me, obviously. And of course, I'm not stupid, so I said no. I'm sorry. Like, I know I signed something saying I should I will stick around for X amount of time, but I didn't know my life was going to turn out the way it did when I signed that. So I'm sorry, but I have to renege on the agreement, the document that I signed. I can't stay. So I left. I mean, it was either that or be homeless in New York, which I was not going to do. Like, come on. So anyway, yeah. Crazy stuff.
TikTok antics.
Yeah, allegedly across the country.
They're going to do a full background check on you. They're going to get your picture. They're going to run you through facial recognition. They're going to do a full background check. They're going to scour the internet. They're going to get every bit of information they can. And they're going to send it to your neighbors saying this is a terrible person. They're going to make up lies.
By the way, I think I've said enough at this point for people who are in the religion to figure out who I am. Stop sending me email. Stop sending me email, please. Stop sending me email and leave me alone. Thank you. Appreciate it.
About you and stuff like that.
And what the actual fuck is happening? What is happening? What is actually
back it up.
They're going to send it to your neighbors saying this is a terrible person. They're going to make up lies about you and stuff like that.
And what the actual fuck is happening? What is happening? What is actually happening? Literally, what are we doing? This is insanity.
You mentioned your son. Obviously, it's not a comfortable thing to talk about, but they lied about your son who's no longer alive.
Correct.
So there's no level they will not stoop to.
And they're gonna spread lies about you to your neighbors. They'll stalk you to your house. Yikes, dude! What is happening?
To attack you, I assume, right?
There is no level that they will stoop to.
They've allegedly slashed my tires like 10 times.
What?
It just so happens that a whole ton of the times that I come out here, I come back to my car, magically the tires are flattened.
Oh, this is their dining area right here. So they come out here to have lunch.
Tires aren't cheap. So every time she comes out here, she has to replace them for what? Like, let's say $80 a tire. That's $360, I think, for the entire set. That's rough. Oh my goodness.
Lunch, dinner. No.
Yeah, this sounds pretty cultish. To
8, 16, 24, 32. $320 a set. Sorry. Yeah, I like to be accurate.
I don't know why we're like letting this get a pass. I feel like that a lot of powerful people are in here, and I feel like at the higher levels, it's really not so much about Lord Xenu, the Galactic Overlord, and it's a little more about control. This is terrifying.
This is for public view to make it seem like it. See these people that live up here? Look at that. So they're not here for.
So this is pure like North Korea like propaganda exhibitionism.
It's important you said that because I think that if you want to create some sort of correlation with another system, I think North Korea is really close. That's here to do surveillance. Well, you want to see some more?
Look at those signs right there. Right there.
Damn.
Right there. Feeling
Hands
stressed,
everywhere.
feeling anxious, feeling uncertain. Everyone's feeling those things.
1, 2, 3.
Have you ever felt uncertain about anything? Well, then you should join the cult of Scientology.
Let's talk about that. So they're talking about feeling uncertain, feeling stressed. Those are those body. There's those body thetans that they think came from the aliens that are infecting us, and the way to get rid of that is get rid of those thetans through auditing, through paying hundreds of thousands of dollars.
All I need to do is pay some random rich cult leader hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he'll remove the ancient alien demons from my body and make me happy with myself.
I want you to set it straight. Is this a religion?
It's funny the way he puts it, right? But like, it's important to remember, you do not know about the whole ancient alien idea until many years of going down the path. And of course, and again, like, you've heard me. I've not gone very far at all.
Religion, or is this a business?
It's a business. It's a multi-level marketing scheme.
What is the objective? To make...
That's a great analogy for it. MLM scheme? Yes, very much so.
Money or to help people?
Their main goal is to help Scientology survive at this point. I want to know that.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's not just about the money anymore. There's too many people that are involved. Too many powerful people that are involved. It's the fact that the government bows to them, and the IRS bows to them, and the police bow to them, that it just makes me feel like it's more than just money. There has to be some sort of control here. Some sort of actual scary power play that's happening.
Van, you think that's Kaiser guy?
That's where they transport them back and forth from different facilities. They have the vans and they have the buses.
So tell me about the most famous rapist Scientologist.
Yeah, Danny Masterson. He was known rapist, convicted rapist. He's serving, I believe, is it 30 years or 40 years in jail right now as we speak.
And the Church of Scientology funded his legal team?
They funded the private investigative work and all the sort of black ops to smear the victims, but also target the detectives that were investigating
Oh
the
my
case.
God!
Really, if you can prevent recruitment, continue to make them look a fool, as in just show what their beliefs actually are to the common public, this cult will die eventually.
Yeah, information is going to put this.
And it is in fact dying. Like I say, there's not a lot of foot traffic for new people coming in these days.
Cult out of business. They should be scared. Why?
Oh, and of course, by the way, the amount of pay that you receive for working with them is fully dependent on the amount of foot traffic they get coming in and the services that they provide and how much money they earn doing all that. If there's nothing going on, then you get paid very, very little, and that's just how it is. At least that's how I was. That's what I was told when I was working there. And of course, like I said, you don't get very much at all. I was getting barely enough to travel back and forth to the place. So actually, not enough to travel back and forth to the place. So yeah.
Should they be scared?
Because you're out here with a camera exposing them to the world. That's not something they want. Again, if you believe in your product, if you believe in your organization, you believe in your religion, you should want to try to get your message out to the world.
Yeah, but they literally try to hide it.
Somebody's here with a camera that has millions of followers. You'd think they want to come out and get their story told, but instead they retreat behind there. That says a lot.
In fact, they don't just dislike negative PR. They actively sue and defame any of their outspoken members who have left the church.
Dude, just look at this guy. Look at this dude. You're going to tell me this dude's not a lizard? You're going to tell me this dude's not a freaking lizard, dude? Oh my God.
And exposed its inner workings like Aaron Smith-Levin, Tori Magoo, and the niece of Scientology's leader, David Miscavige, Jenna Miscavige, whose aunt Shelley has mysteriously gone missing.
Is that real?
Before I infiltrate Scientology's Church of Spiritual Technology, a fortified compound in Twin Peaks, California, rumored to hold Shelley Miscavige as a prisoner, let's hear from 3 former Sea Org members who signed a $1 billion year-long contract to work for Scientology.
Are you kidding me?
Who signed a $1 billion year-long contract to
contract myself to see for the next billion years. What is happening? She hasn't been seen in 20 years. Oh my God. This is terrifying. This is honestly terrifying, bro. I feel like these dudes are doing what everything that people are accusing the Jews of doing is what the Scientologists are actually doing. They have their own navy? No, they don't. No, they don't. Get out of here.
To work for Scientology. But real quick, have you ever gotten into a car accident that wasn't...
Morgan.
What age did you join Scientology?
So I never joined Scientology. I say I was born into it. I was 4 years old when my mom got involved in Scientology.
Yikes.
I don't have many memories.
I bet he has no dad. That's how it always happens.
Earlier than
a single mom wants something fulfilling in life, join Scientology.
that. So
I was a hippie in Haight-Ashbury in the 60s. I got in and...
That's right. I'm a hippie. I hated God, and I found Scientology. They fulfilled the need. That's me.
1969. I was in Scientology for 30 years.
Oh
so
my
while
God.
I was in college, these two kids from high school brought me a Dianetics book. And I only read 3 chapters, and I quit college, and I hitchhiked in 69 from Chicago to LA.
My parents joined Scientology's most dedicated group just before I was 2 years old. That group was called the Sea Org. So initially we lived in an apartment with another couple. We had 1 bedroom and they had another bedroom, and then the kids would sort of stay in the living room on bunk beds. While our parents were working during the day, we would be at the nursery where they would teach us sort of the ABCs. Even before kindergarten age, we were learning those.
Literally indoctrinated from infancy.
not much a kid that age can do in Scientology. Yeah. They didn't really want us being outside of the nursery.
But then we would have family time for like a couple hours in the evening, which was just where our parents would come to the apartment and we could spend time with them. But then that got canceled when I was about 4. And so from then on, I only saw them once a week.
What drew you to want to be one of these auditors?
They had this whole secret language that they use, which is part of every cult.
Being an auditor pays a bit more than doing the grunt work.
They all looked and sounded so happy. They were very passionate about auditing. So I thought, this is perfect.
But it wasn't really a school. It was kind of like a child labor camp. So basically half the day we would do heavy manual labor, which was like digging trenches, hauling rocks, planting trees, digging rows for vegetable gardens.
But
it wound
why?
up being like 30
Why did they need all of this?
hours a week that we were doing like labor. We would do schooling in the afternoon, but there were no grades. So it was a bunch of kids from 5 years old to 17 years old in the same room.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
What the fuck? It's keeping the slaves busy. That's what it feels like, yeah.
there's no teacher at the front of the room teaching you stuff. You had a self-led checklist, which you followed. None of the kids got a diploma. Like, we weren't being given a standard education. So when I was 12, then
They literally don't want them to be able to function in normal society. They want to keep them completely under their control.
was sent to Clearwater, Florida. My parents were still in California.
And then we were sent to Clearwater, Florida, where I live now, and started studying, training, and working full-time for Scientology.
Something to be said as well. This is not just happening in Scientology. Deliberate doubling down of society going on right now. This is why we see, teachers talking about how the system is broken. Kids are not coming out, like they're being passed without knowing how to read. You have people, kids, fucking adults who can't read, past like a 6th grade reading level from back in the day. Like it's wild, and why is that? Because dumbasses are easier to control, obviously. So it's not just Scientology that's doing this. It's actually going on worldwide.
Shipped off the children? Bro, this literally sounds like human trafficking. What is going on? What were they doing?
Scientology organization here in Clearwater, Florida is the highest level and largest sea organization base in the world.
And I love that no politicians ever bring this up. Like, even Trump, who, he goes and he calls everyone out. Yeah, the Somalians, they're fucking everything up in Minnesota, whatever he does. None of...
He's right, and Trump's home is Mar-a-Lago here in Florida, and their biggest, Scientology's biggest institution is right here in Florida as well.
Them call out Scientology. And this is a massive countrywide, allegedly human trafficking organization. This is wild.
Last month, for the first time in Clearwater...
To be clear, everything that I say in this video is just alleged. I'm not making any claims. No defamatory statements here. These are my opinions.
History. A city council candidate...
Yeah, good luck suing me, Scientology. I don't have anything to gain. You don't have anything to gain from me. You can't squeeze blood from a stone.
They, endorsed by Scientology, won their election with a margin small enough that the Scientology vote itself was the determining factor in the outcome of the election.
Scientology is propping up politicians.
Miscavige now has Clearwater's political establishment exactly where he's been trying to get you for decades, which is completely beholden to keeping Scientology happy in order to retain power.
When you come to Clearwater, do things get better or worse?
Better?
Yeah, no, I don't want to get sued by some crazy Scientologists. No, actually, no, definitely don't want that to happen. Nope. I've got enough death threats. I don't need to add fucking Scientology to the list.
There's not as much manual labor, but worse in that I basically see my parents once from the time.
The great alien galactic overlord Xenu is Jewish. No!
I'm 12 till I'm 16, and I'm not allowed to speak to them.
The Sea Organization is Scientology's most dedicated core of workers.
Bro, they have a
They
navy.
basically wear military uniforms.
have a navy!
They sign 1 billion year contracts where they basically dedicate lifetime after lifetime to the Sea Org.
They feed you what you get.
Yeah.
You work 24/7. You get paid $35 or $50 a week. It's like a whole controlled thing.
Bro.
You know, your life is over once you join the Sea Org. So I joined the Sea Org. I did the whole
Oh my God, this poor lady.
life thing, and then I run out of my
Imagine going through your entire life for this completely and utterly pointless effort of whatever the fuck they do in Scientology.
medicine for epilepsy. And so I say, look, I've got to get a refill on my medicine. And they go, medicine? You have to go through the MLO. And I'm out on a ship out in LA Harbor. And I go down and see this kid who's like 18 years old and totally not medically trained at all.
Okay.
And he goes, well, you're in the Sea Org, and we're the top 10% of the planet, so we don't take medicine. You're going to have to do our program, which is Dianetics and vitamins. And instead,
Oh my God. Oh my God. What?
They have this essentially health program where they want you to do X amount of exercises for Y amount of time and take certain specific supplements like niacin and whatnot for detoxing and such. They have a strictly regimented way of being and staying healthy that if you don't follow, you're out, basically.
I start having grand mal seizures, and it's awful.
Why would anyone want to join the Sea Org?
So if you're a Scientologist and you believe in L. Ron Hubbard's story, we here on Earth are basically living on a prison planet. If you believe in the story of the nature of existence,
The whole idea of living on a prison planet isn't that difficult for me to believe, really, right now, these days. I feel like I have been living in one for sure. I guess it's comes to the territory of being financially disadvantaged for most of your life.
in reality, nothing could be more important than dedicating the rest of your life to freeing all humankind from this prison planet. And that with enough Scientology auditing, you can not only regain all your past life memories, but gain the ability to skip the between lives implant station after the next time that you die. So that everything you do in Scientology, not only will you remember it next lifetime, but you'll retain all of the gains and abilities that you had. I believed in that.
Anyone who watches anime, the isekai trope, my favorite isekai right now is Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei is my favorite right now. Being able to start a brand new life with memories from your past life is like a freaking cheat code. New Game Plus style stuff, let's say. And obviously a tremendous advantage, if true, which I don't believe Scientology could do that for you, frankly, to be honest. But yeah, that would be a huge thing. You could see why like people would be drawn to it after learning about stuff like that.
Yikes, dude. Yikes, dude. That's terrifying. Bro. Again, this is literally indoctrinating people that have no actual, like, again, I think this is filling the void in so many people's souls. Right? I think everyone wants a spiritual yearning, and they've invented this bullshit to control you.
All of your previous lives, you've been a king a million times, you've been a queen a million times, you've been a president, you've been a CEO. The only thing you've never done is Scientology, because it's never existed before.
Do you know about the volcanoes and the Thetans and Xenu at this point?
I never did any of the confidential Scientology levels.
So he was a full-ass believer, all right, in Scientology, but he didn't get to the confidential stuff, which is literally the core of the entire religion.
So the most absurd beliefs are paywalled.
They owe me $1 million.
How do you get to OT3? What's your first reaction learning about Xenu?
My first reaction was, you gotta be kidding me. I was sick and out on the ship. All of a sudden I realized 75 million years ago, this evil warlord named Xenu, and I'm like, come on, this can't be. And then all of a sudden I think about it and
that's kind of why they hide it, right? They don't want you to know.
think, doctors don't know what causes seizures. Maybe it is these BTs and clusters, which are
Bro, there's no way they hit you with that. Doctors can't figure out the seizures. Obviously, it's aliens.
part of the Xenu thing. OT OT5 is this exact same thing as OT3, except OT3, it's like these spirits are all over your body and you have to get rid of them. But OT5, they could be 5 feet away, across the room, they could be across the country, they could be on Mars. That's why people go insane.
And
how did you have time to meet
Wait, so Scientologists actually go crazy when they get high enough? Bro.
a wife?
Oh, well, you're working with Sea members.
You're just like, you want to get married, or?
Yeah, really. It really is.
Because you guys don't have time to flirt or get to know each other.
Because why take personal responsibility or accountability when you can blame it on spirits? And like, darn it, I didn't achieve the thing that I wanted to achieve today because some spirit that's on Mars is still close enough, even though it's on Mars, to affect my performance today. Darn it. I can imagine that would make you insane. Yeah, absolutely.
Just like, you and me, you want to do this thing?
Walk around the block a few times during the 30 minutes for exercise.
What happens after you meet your...
So they literally marry each other off into this cult to give birth to children to be part of this cult. Yikes, dude.
husband and get married.
So they wouldn't allow us to get married for a long time because they were concerned that my parents would have to come to my wedding, and his uncle had looked at some anti-Scientology site, so they wouldn't let us.
They knew that her uncle looked at a website that was anti-Scientology, so they didn't let them get married because the uncle might say something bad. Bro.
Get married, so we actually had sex before we were married. So we were in big trouble.
How did they find out?
He confessed. Well, because they were constantly interrogating us and him.
During the auditing sessions?
Yes. During the auditing sessions, yes. And also he thinks that he's that if he did something bad that he's gonna ruin his eternity. They wound up separating us. They hid him away constantly, and when they tried to take him away, I basically just went on this full out hunt looking for him, going to the other Scientology building, even busting
Dude, how
down
is this allowed? Literally, how is this even legal? I'm literally shocked.
doors. And basically they were telling him that if he talked to me, then he would never see his family again. Yeah, so they were having
literal direct threats.
Having him be interrogated in the basement of the blue buildings in LA and being followed by a security guard all day. Finally, they would not tell me where he was. I actually was having a mental breakdown at this point, just all of the isolation, all of the control. I actually wound up hanging myself out a 5th-story building and was you need to bring him here or else I'll just let go. And so then they brought him to me. Basically, I knew that they cared about PR.
Oh, so you threatened to kill yourself in front of them?
Basically.
Yeah, she threatened them to kill herself in front of the public.
Smart
And that's
move.
the only way they listen. Oh my God.
Bring him back?
Yeah.
And do you think they brought him back because they cared about you, or?
No,
of
they
course
brought him
not.
back
Absolutely
because
not.
I'm Jenna Miscavige, and that would look horrible on them. That's literally
Because she's famous.
all they care about. They didn't care about me. Yeah, so after we got through this whole crazy program interrogation, we wound up getting married. A couple people from his family were there, and then we went right back to work after it.
What drives you to
Oh my
leave the
God,
Sea
then they
Org?
went back.
When she says then we went right back to work after it, I fully imagine and fully believe that it was the wedding occurred, there was no party, there was nothing extra, just okay, you're married, go back to work. That's how I imagine what went down when she said that like that.
Just the misery of feeling like you're constantly fighting a battle every day. I still believed in the mission of Scientology, but I was I'm already giving my all. I don't need to be giving my all and be made to feel like I'm a bad guy.
They wound up sending us on a mission to Australia to help them find a new building and to fundraise for it. To be honest, I think that they were sending us there to get rid of me, because I was starting to revolt against things at this time. And so when we were in Australia, it was the first time I was around people who weren't Scientologists. I was
Oh my God. The eyes open up and it's yo, you don't believe in Xenu? Oh, they didn't even know about Xenu. That's crazy.
normal and cool.
So I looked on the topics, and one of them is by Mary Tabayoyan, and it says, ladies, if you're thinking of joining the Sea Org, read this. And I open it up, and it's all about enforced abortion, which I didn't know they were doing.
Huh?
They don't tell anybody.
Huh? They murder women's babies? Oh my God.
That.
Because of the commitment that it requires, you are not allowed to have children. If you get pregnant, you're pressured to have an abortion. And by the way, this has changed in recent years because of the legal problems that it creates.
I can imagine.
Your seniors, your coworkers, and the ethics officer will basically give you a bunch of stuff to study and say, what's the greatest good? It's the greatest good for you to get an abortion and
I can't tell you how much of that turn of phrase, that terminology is for the greatest good. I can't tell you how much that phrase is used to manipulate people.
Crane here. I'm about to recover an antizin drop.
Good, Crane. This offers us a new strategy. Time to turn your attention to Rise. Listen closely. It's very possible that Rise is our man. So if you find an airdrop containing antizin, destroy it.
What? Why?
It will force interaction with Rise. You can go under Brecken's auspices as an ambassador, if you will.
But there are civilians depending on this stuff.
Our plan is focused on the greater good. Remember that.
This is why I always say think critically. Because when someone tells you something's for the greatest good, is it? It might not be. It might be the greatest good for them. But is it the greatest good for you? For humanity? Probably not. So think about that.
Continue to work in the Sea Org when she got pregnant.
Yeah, again, that's why you can never trust any of these cults, man. You can't trust any of these cults. They don't. What the fuck is greater good? Literally, get out of here, man. Greater good? What a joke. It's the greater good for you to get an abortion so you continue being our slave, and then they murder their baby. Yikes. Leftist cult? Yeah, obviously. But it's obviously a leftist cult. If it was right-wing, it wouldn't exist, because the right-wing people tend to, if you are actually willing to look for some sort of spiritual guidance, you're not going to go to fucking Xenu, all right? You'll go to Christianity. Oh my god. This is terrifying. And that's why, in my opinion, one of the most powerful parts of religion, at least my religion, is the idea that we have the Bible. We have the Bible. And it's for every single one of us. It's not just to be interpreted by our great priests, by our great super holy people that have the ability to interpret it. No. We have the Word of God that we could read ourselves. All right? You cannot tell me what's right and what's wrong. I know what's right and what's wrong because God told me what's right and what's wrong. All right? Now, obviously, we're going to have different interpretations. There's going to be different analyses of different pieces of scripture and stuff like that. But ultimately, you don't tell me what the greater good is. God tells me what the greater good is. There is no rabbi or priest alive that can tell me that the greater good would be murder, because it literally says thou shalt not murder in the book. So ultimately, I'm gonna stop him right there. I'm letting him speak, or I have let him speak so far, and without saying anything up to this point, because like I say, I'm not a very good Christian. I'm still exploring my spirituality, and Bible reading that I did recently, stream, which I do intend to make a video out of at some point. I like I say, I intend to do more Bible readings while I stream, and I'll be editing it, more viewable. Like it won't just be the text on the screen from the book that I'm reading currently, the book of Matthew, starting from the New Testament, to then go back to the Old Testament after that and look at the Old Testament with the New Testament lens. I struggle with this. I really do. Spirituality, Christianity, being a good Christian. Like I said before, I do believe in God, but ultimately, I think everyone believes what they choose to believe. Whatever helps them get through life is what they believe, and that's what they choose to believe. And I ultimately, it's up to you, the individual, I think, to decide what you choose to believe in and why. And maybe I'm blasphemous for saying that, but maybe that opinion of mine will change in the future as I continue to grow and learn of the Bible, improve my relationship with Jesus and the Trinity or whatever. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Get out of here is what I'm trying to say. Like, when it comes to conversation, that's in the nuances. But fundamentally, you cannot control me. That's it, and this is wild. This is wild. And they don't have something like that. And that's why it's shrouded in mystery. Because they don't even know what their faith is. They don't reveal what Xenu is until they get to OT3. So they literally don't even know what their faith is. So of course they have to listen to the higher ups. When God gave us the 10 Commandments, God told the 10 Commandments to the entire people at the same time. Revelation was given to 600,000 present witnesses, okay? At the same time. Get out of here with this cult bullshit, right? That cannot exist in any of these scams. And if you look at basically every other religion, and I'm not trying to be controversial here or anything, it's all they got from one guy. It's all, you know, I got this from one guy. Muhammad was a prophet. He got a revelation. He told us all these things, and now we believe him. Bro, we got a revelation from God, okay? In front of 600,000 people. Testimony. All right, get out of here. So anyway, so obviously, no, you can't fall down this rabbit hole if you believe in biblical values. That's how you know literally. But bro, you won't understand, man. You won't understand until you get to level 5.
Literally said, Heather's pregnant, we're not getting an abortion, and so we'll be needing to leave.
It was all really descriptive. So I just sat and cried for like 4 hours. I just couldn't stop crying. That was it. I just realized, wait a minute, this is the end of the line for me. I'm not going to support a group where they make women get abortions.
Well, when we were in Australia as well, I was actually able to be in contact with my parents.
Okay.
And then we were in Australia.
I'm not going to support a group where they make women get abortions.
Well,
I had to back that up because I wanted to stop there and say, good for her. She found a moral line that she drew for herself and said, I'm not doing this anymore. I will not support a group that does this. And I applaud her for that. Good on her. She made a decision based on her own principles and she stuck by them. Good for her.
When we were in Australia as well, I was actually able to be in contact with my parents.
Okay.
And they would tell me some things about like how that were being reported at the time, some things they witnessed about my uncle Dave beating people and treating them horribly, making them sleep under their desk.
See, and that's the unbelievable part about humanity. Ultimately, humanity is made in the image of God. When something immoral and disgusting happens, I think in our soul we know it's wrong. So they were able to break out of this cult.
So around 2009, a whole bunch of former Scientology executives who had been famous names in Scientology started speaking out in the press for the first time about how horrifically abusive it was working for David Miscavige at the International Management Base in Gilman Hot Springs, California. Now, for me as a good little Scientology soldier, that took everything I thought I knew and just turned it upside down. Okay. And I was like, I thought that no matter how terrible it was working in the Sea Org in LA or in Philly, that the closer you got to David Miscavige, the better it would be. And it turns out, the higher up you got and the closer you got to David Miscavige, the worse it got.
I mean, one day at work, my ex-husband got a call. They were like, can I speak to Dallas Hill? He got on the phone and they're like, yeah, I'm a good Samaritan. I have a police scanner and there's 2 people that are following you every day and have been for the last month.
Once someone is considered an enemy of Scientology, which means they are somehow speaking out to the press, to the public, speaking out in a way that causes bad PR, bad repute for Scientology. They are a suppressive person, which is the same thing as being labeled an enemy, and they are fair
Right, that's some wordplay that they have. Suppressive person. I remember that.
game, which means any Scientologist can do anything to ruin and utterly destroy those people without any consequences from the Scientology authority.
Oh, shut! What is this? They're allowed to lie, sue, and trick you into submission. That sounds like a different religion. It sounds like another religion that we were...
I believe the term is taqiyya in Islamic law. Yeah, taqiyya. Yeah.
Recently talking about. Bro, they brought taqiyya into Scientology, man. What are we doing?
Anything to ruin and utterly destroy those people without any consequences from the Scientology authorities.
They hired 3 people to write shit against me 24/7, 365 days a year. Besides the lies, you know, they broke into my house, they stole all my receipts that I had for money. You know, they brainwashed my husband, so he was against me.
There was one...
Yikes! Yikes! It's literally turning these people against each other.
Key Scientology executive who sent out an email to all Scientologists saying, L. Ron Hubbard good, Scientology great, David Miscavige bad, stop supporting him. That was a big deal in Scientology. My mom was sharing that email with important Scientologists, so she got kicked out. So then they come to me and they go, you got to disconnect from your mom or you're going to get kicked out. I said I would disconnect, but I didn't, and I lied about that for a couple years, and eventually due to Scientology's spying and snitching culture, they kept catching me in this lie. They realized I was never going to disconnect from my mom. So they go, okay, you're out. So then they go to my wife.
Oh my God.
I say I keep it short because it's always hard for me to discuss, but It's impossible. I'm still going to try to keep it short. Okay.
Dude, it broke
So
these
they go to
people.
my wife and they say, you have to divorce Aaron or you're out. And she goes, well, that's not going to happen. And they go, okay, you're out. So then they go to her parents and they say, you have to disconnect from Heather and your 3 granddaughters or you guys are going to get kicked out. Heather's parents have 3 other kids who are all either Scientologists or connected to Scientologists or married to Scientologists. And so her parents disconnect from her and our kids. And
Oh my God, this is
diabolical. Like, I feel like the term diabolical is overused, like so many other words. This is diabolical. This right here.
horrible. This is unbelievable.
I basically never saw them again, even though they lived just a few miles down the road. And then Heather's father died. And just to show you how insidious it gets, and honestly, this helps explain why I'm so dedicated to doing everything I can to take down Scientology and why I upload as often as I do. Her father owned a bunch of properties. 2 of the properties that he owned were right across the street from where we were living. I mean, at this point, our kids were like, I don't know, 2, 4, and 6. Were they 5, 7, and 9? They were young. So whenever we would see them across the street doing maintenance, we would tell our kids to go over and say hi. And their grandparents would run away from them.
Dude, this
and run inside the house.
God,
but
dude.
the kids just thought it was a game or whatever, and sometimes the kids would catch them, and sometimes
This is like actually demonic. This is actually demonic.
they wouldn't. So eventually, Heather's parents had to report themselves to Scientology for talking to the kids. And Scientology said, well, is this going to continue to be a problem? And Scientology made them sell the properties just so that our grandkids couldn't.
What?
And that is why I call Scientology a family-destroying human trafficking. Clearwater is the last place that Scientology is going to give up ground or sell property.
Aaron, thanks so much for your time. Let's go see if I can sneak in.
Okay.
Before we infiltrate Scientology's headquarters in Clearwater, Florida, I want to ask the local non-Scientologist residents who live here their thoughts about Scientology buying up a significant portion.
I'm actually shocked, by the way. I'm actually shocked. Like, this is unbelievable cruelty, and for what? Like, the crazy part is, and for what? That's what it's all about. And for what? Control? It's to keep up this status, this prestige of this fake cult of bullshit retards that are controlling people's lives? This is unbelievable.
Town, turning it into a ghost town infested with brainwashed Scientologists.
Can I join Scientology? Can I join, please? Please, 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 no! Right there, another one. You can see them in the suits. What are your thoughts on Scientology? Case in point.
Bro just powers down? What is this?
Vibes here
He's just
creepy.
Bro just did a fent lean, like he... You're just like, what? I didn't hear what you... What? Nah.
That's terrifying. What was that? He just powered down in public.
Don't let me stress you out. It's no worries. See you later.
Bro! Bro is on a Necron tomb world. This is, like, literally, bro. The Fent hit. What? That was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
To make these people anymore. So I want to establish how empty this is. It's 3 o'clock right now, to be fair, but take a look. There's not a ton going on. Like, this is a ghost city. What am I, in North Korea? Am I in Pyongyang right now? Where are the people? To be the Clearwater building restored 1995 by the Church of Scientology. And back there I saw Scientologists enter the building. Camera, 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 camera. 5 cameras on this one street. Right in this car, we have 2 Scientology members. Right there, you have the vests on.
I think they've taken over the city too much.
Yeah.
It's a cult.
Nope, they suck.
How long have you noticed them here?
Oh, they've been here for years. They own that building. They own most of the buildings around here.
Yikes,
in fact, Tom
dude.
Cruise is supposed to have a
I don't know, man. I'm feeling all my thetans are getting really worked up right now. All my thetans are really upset.
house up there. They can suck it.
They own too much.
Too much?
I didn't realize how much they actually owned.
Okay.
So they actually own more than what I thought.
I suppose we're just like most of Clearwater.
Afraid they're gonna take over, buy up real estate?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they already have.
Are locals concerned to speak out and let the...
It's not a religion, that's a cult. That is
Keep
total
going.
cult.
Yeah.
Total cult. They don't belong here. I hate them. They
Okay.
can't stand them.
Dude, what are we doing? Why are we not doing anything about this? Like, why is the government completely capitulating to these retards?
Well, realistically, they have people in the government. They apparently have control over the IRS, like we heard earlier. I imagine there's some dirt that has been found, even against people like Trump, that can be utilized against people in government, people in power that could potentially do something about them. This is wild, man. Obviously, if Clearwater was the last place that Scientology was willing to go around, then obviously this is the focal point of the destruction that needs to occur. We need to destroy their control over Clearwater, find some way to remove them of their real estate holdings and other such things, dismantle their power from here first, or maybe that's too hard. Maybe we just take away other places first and then work our way in. But for sure, if we were to take down this area of the religion, it would definitely deal a huge blow to them as an organization, and this kind of evil shouldn't be allowed to fester and stick around as long as it has been already.
What's their relationship with people who live here like you?
I really don't have any relationship with them. You know, I mean, they don't bother me. I think as long as they're pulling their share and paying taxes and doing, you know.
But they're not, because they're literally tax exempt because it's considered a religious organization.
But I do think that maybe they own a little bit too much property.
Oh my God.
Do you have any thoughts on Scientology here in Clearwater? Are you a member?
I've got plenty, but I have probably stronger thoughts on people attacking you without permission with a camera on your face.
Well,
please delete that video.
Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share?
Oh my God.
We can blur your face.
I want the card from your camera.
What's up?
The card out of your camera.
We're not going to give you the card, but we will walk away and we will delete it. No. No. Thank you, though. Have a good one.
Well, they didn't delete it. Oh my God.
Scientology?
The robot was activated.
No, honestly, Scientology's got a grasp on the public vocal cords out here.
Everyone's scared. They're gonna kill them. Like, the only people talking about this shit are like the biker dudes.
Collect the public's opinion on Scientology and here in downtown Clearwater. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share?
No opinion.
No opinion? All right. Thank you.
Yeah, they all have opinions. Get out of here.
I've seen out here. Do you have any opinions on?
I've heard the saying, opinions are like a-holes. Everyone's got them and they all stink.
Scientology you'd like to share for a video survey?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Oh man, good old Florida. Our guy here is probably gonna shoot us, so we're gonna go this way. I wonder if he is Scientology. I highly doubt it due to his initial response, and then he got a little spooked. He said he wanted the SD card to be pulled out and deleted. Not that deep. How are they here?
Maybe trauma. They're not nice schools. Never care if someone.
Yeah. If it was your way, would you prefer they all leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to see more Scientologists here? Leave me alone. Okay.
I'd love for them to go. They're taking up too much property. They don't share their 990s, which give us financial information to know how they're using it and where and why.
Yeah.
They don't even let their adherents understand how much money they have and why they're
no one knows. No one knows how much money they have.
buying up so much property. So less is more.
And how much influence do you think they hold here in Clearwater?
Way too much influence, but they're protected.
They're electing people. That's too much.
Because they're designated by the government as a religious nonprofit. There's nothing religious about what they do other than the fact that they're a cult. It's going to take higher ups than you or me to make sure something changes. But I love what you're doing.
Thank you for having the courage
Good
to speak
luck.
up. Thank you, appreciate
pleasure.
it. There are Scientologists behind me.
Oh, this dude's
We're
got to
trying
talk.
to
All
get
right, this dude has something to say.
perspective from non-Scientologists here in Clearwater.
I'm a Scientologist.
You are.
I was like, this hobo's gonna talk. No. Oh my God, I got destroyed.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Scientology? I love it. Love it?
Yeah, I'm sure
How long
you
have you
do.
been a Scientologist?
I'm a Muslim actually, but I like Scientology that much.
Unbelievable, man.
Interesting. Some of the interesting analogies that I gave earlier in the video are really kind of working, aren't they?
Yeah, it sounds like there's a Venn diagram going on here.
How much?
Scientology, I liked it.
You liked it? Here in Clearwater?
No, in Illinois.
In Illinois? Did you just
Yeah,
get
it's
done with the shift?
No.
No? What are you up to today?
Just walking around, going back to the library.
Okay. Would you prefer there are more Scientologists here in Clearwater?
Probably, but from what I can tell.
Yeah. What OT level are you?
What's OT?
That's your rank.
I told you I'm a Muslim. I just like Scientology.
Do you know about Xenu?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm puzzled. Do you think they are good or bad here for Clearwater? I swear to God, I'm in a Twilight episode right now. How long have you been in Scientology, miss? I swear, I'm just in Cult City, I guess.
While most of the non-Scientologists here seemed a bit too spooked to voice their opinion on the growing influence of Scientology in their town, I decided to go undercover as a Scientologist to see if I could get inside their headquarters, while Aaron and Jenna protested from the outside.
Know if your members who are looking for wealth, can you ask them to contact the SPTV Foundation? We can help get them back to their families, back here legally. We can get them a job, get them a place to live, get them transportation. I'd appreciate it. I mean, you know how it is. I used to be in the Sea Org. I know how it is. God bless and be strong. Sir, if you find any good members who are looking to blow, can you have them contact the SPTV Foundation? Thanks. Help us spread the word.
My hope was that the Scientologist would see me getting harassed and hurriedly let me inside the building.
Tell you what.
I love how he's walking like he's a fucking droid from Star Wars. Just marching down.
Or any other Sea Org members are looking to blow, can you have them contact the SPTV Foundation? We can help you get back to your family. We can help you reconnect with people you've been disconnected from. We can help you get
not the best
a
design,
job,
but he tried.
get a place to live, get transportation, help us spread the word. It's
Yeah, this is not gonna work, man.
contact at the SPTV Foundation. We can help you escape whenever you want. Help us spread the word, okay? Thank you. We appreciate it, sir. Have a good day.
And it just locked out. Good attempt.
But they weren't as stupid as I thought they were, leaving me no other choice but to find a different entrance into the compound.
Anyway, spread the word. It's the SPTV Foundation. Be strong in there. I hear the registers
All
are
right,
all
dude,
loaded.
try to get in with him.
Hold on, you are.
Try to get in with him together. Go up with that guy. Right, they open the door. Oh, do it,
They
do
let
it.
that one in. They let that one in. Wow.
Oh, they really know who's part of who. Like,
Sir, we can get you out.
they know exactly who's part of who. Like,
We can
that's
get you
crazy.
out. You can see your family.
Right door, right door, right door.
Bro.
After being locked out of countless doors from my own cult's building,
Sure.
I found a secret entrance.
Dude, he should go in with the guy. That's crazy.
Get off the property.
I'm a member.
No, you're not. Get off
Yes,
the
I
property.
am.
No, you're not. Off
Yes,
the
I am a
property.
member.
Get off the property.
Yes, I am. What authority do you have? I am a member. I am a member. I am a member. I am a member. I am a member.
Oh my god, they knew this, dude. Yikes, this entire town is owned and controlled. They know, of course they know. They're operating 100 cameras throughout everything. They
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
about that
They
one
saw it
lady's
coming a mile
uncle's
away.
search history. Bro, this is scary.
I'm on my way out. COB sent me.
Get out of the building.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Out of the building.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Get out of the building.
You're gonna regret this.
Check on the side. Send him down the stairs.
You're gonna regret this. You don't know who you're talking to.
Was that a threat?
Excuse me?
Yep, oh god.
What a threat.
They're gonna regret it. Get out of the building. You're trespassing.
You're gonna regret this. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Where's the public sidewalk? Where's the property line? What's your name, boy? What's your name, boy? COB sent me. You're gonna regret this.
Hey, you're not welcome here. You're trespassing.
Bro.
Trespassing still where you
We're
are.
calling the police.
You should. He said, get back to work. They couldn't even keep their parking garage secure.
Get back to work, boy.
It's a gooners.
These guys are actually like Skyrim NPCs.
And then I saw this Scientologist open a
Look at how they walk, bro.
side door that looked perfect for infiltration.
Interesting. Oh boy, he forgot to close it. Oh my god, he made it in. This is a crazy video. They got buzzed in. It's happening. It's happening.
COB sent me.
I'm sorry?
COB sent me.
Go this way.
But real quick,
Oh god.
there are some things so insane YouTube won't let us upload.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Fit it up. Show them that pussy.
But luckily, you can watch it all on patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira and get early access to these videos for $5 a month. And you can watch the uncut extended version of these interviews and me infiltrating Scientology.
Dude, he does good videos. He deserves the ad. I'm only playing the ad because he deserves it.
Yeah, honestly, if I had the income, I would probably take the time to watch. I'm not. There's certainly this one in particular interests me. Obviously, that's why I'm doing a react to it.
Technology that I'll be sneaking into later in this video.
Who are you?
You can head that way.
Yeah?
We're actually trespassing right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
You have credentials?
Yeah.
COB sent me.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be docked. It's docked after your score. COB sent me. You failed the security test. You absolutely failed that security test. Enjoy the gulag, my friend. Who took the locks off these doors? You guys forget to lock them? He failed the security test. That's for damn sure. You are donezo in Scientology, my friend. Failed the audit. That is for sure.
Yeah,
Just hitting it with the buzzwords.
you're trespassing the second you walk in here. Do you understand? Get the fuck out.
Is he wearing a cross? He would not approve.
Whoa, Grandpa. I will. Am I in public? Yeah, you want to go to jail? Or should you buy up the police?
Dude, look at this guy. You're gonna tell me this dude's not a zombie of some sort? Look at his sunken eyes and everything.
Yeah,
this
I
dude
was
has a
gonna say
shrunken
that.
head. Look at this guy.
I see the liver failure.
Oh my god. Look at this guy.
You sick old man.
Oh, that's terrifying.
You should. I'm walking on the sidewalk here. I'm walking.
This dude looks like one of the like Call of Duty zombies. That's crazy.
In here.
That dude's on meth.
60 photos a second.
We're trespassing.
Yeah? You look like a demon. It's a smart
He just whips it out.
Satan right here.
Boy. I'm doing good. Who are you? Who are you? Why don't you come on in? Come on in. Where? Come on
Wanted where?
Right here. You
Huh?
trust-
I'm trespassing.
Come on.
Sir, I think you have leprosy. Your face is falling off.
Oh man.
Bro has too many thetans that he's failed to get rid of.
Get you medical attention.
He's out there trying to get rid of his thetans. No, but realistically, this guy might actually be dying. This guy's 28 days later. No, that's not jaundice. His face is falling off, to be honest. This is terrifying. And I bet you they're not even letting him...
Jaundice is yellow discoloration in the whites of your eyes caused by, I think, kidney failure. So that there's no yellow discoloration. And so it's not jaundice.
See medical, like actual doctors. He's probably too high up in Scientology. He's in the top 10% of humanity. He's not allowed to have doctors. Bro's face is actually melting. A lot of you are probably surprised. But this guy's actually 23 years old. Like, he's aged a lot in his 23 years of life. Bro, this dude wore Hassan Piker's shock collar for too long. His face is just melting.
I think you're in
But just, like, literally, this dude needs help. Like, this dude actually needs help.
urgent need of
His
medical
eyes look like they're about to dry up and fall out.
care, sir. Have you been to a...
Yeah, he needs to do some audits to get rid of his syphilis. He needs to, like, dude, look at his neck. This dude has thyroid cancer coming out of his ass, and we're not doing anything. Just Scientologist Palpatine over here doing his absolute best to, you know, not fucking die.
doctor lately?
I think so, huh?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, dude, look, like, unironically, this dude looks worse than Smeagol after having the ring for 900 years.
Were you in the Game of Thrones?
All jokes out.
Were you in the Game of Thrones, you know, as one of the Walking Dead? Yo, you look like those Walking Dead from the ice wall in Game of Thrones. Fuck, that's crazy.
God, you do need medical treatment immediately. What's demonic?
That's crazy.
I thought this
This
must be a
poor
doctor.
bastard.
Sir.
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy.
Get him some vitamins.
Just Smeagol with a slightly better barber.
It's my presence. Lord Zenu commands you filth humans. Lord never stand for spassings. Up the stairs we go.
Oh my god.
This guy's
He does such a good Smeagol impression. It's crazy. Oh man.
terrifying.
Please call an ambulance. His face is about to fall off.
But they weren't as perfect as I thought. I somehow
Dude looks like Biden after, like, speaking in public for 10 minutes.
managed to sneak onto their official shuttle buses.
Dude's just walking around raw and wiggling.
Terrifying.
Get him. I'm on assignment with COB.
Well, that's what security says.
She doesn't know. I'm letting you know, if she tells me to get off, you're gonna fail this assignment. For your own sake, I would highly suggest you disregard what she just said.
No, I will listen.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Even if you fail the assignment?
Yes, I will listen to what she says.
Okay. Goodbye, sir.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. Why are you covered in shit? These people are all sick and dying. Look at his arms. Dude has, like, what is this? What, you gotta get blisters in order to join the cult? Like, what am I looking at? No, dude, someone in the chat just said it's mosquitoes. Bro, this is not mosquitoes. This is boils, okay? This is biblical.
Yes, I will listen to the bus, please.
Okay.
Dude, look at this. He's covered in this shit. Oh, but don't worry, he has vitamins.
Goodbye, sir.
Get off the bus.
I was in the process. He let me on the bus. He let me on the bus. I'm not an intruder. He'll be sent.
And soon enough, the police swarmed the area on behalf of Scientology.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
Right now, you're just being issued a trespass from 210 South Fort Harrison. As long as you're on the sidewalk, you're good to go.
Amazing. Are you guys members?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. A happy member of Scientology. What are your thoughts on Scientology?
You know that's not my job to have any kind of opinion on that.
Good answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll give you a fist bump. Thanks again.
Very much pleading the fifth with that one, huh? You could. It's not my job to have an opinion. What does that mean? That doesn't mean you can't say anything, right? You just choose not to. Okay, gotcha. Copy that.
Guys, legit. Is this the complainant?
Yes.
Oh, he's honking at me in the middle of the street trying to hit me, it looks like. How you guys doing? Are we good?
This is private property. 215 South Fort Harrison and 210 South Fort Harrison is private property.
Who counts like that? Like, I feel like I'm watching Inglourious Bastards with the Nazi guy. You know, the guy picked up his 3 fingers and everyone was like, I don't know, man. Like, these dudes, they're operating on another wavelength.
If you come back again, we're going to call the police so you get arrested.
I don't speak English. Can you say it in Spanish?
He can play for you today.
Dude, the fact that they're putting up with this mental illness is insane.
I'll spare you. I'll spare you. Have a good day, guys. Do they run the show?
I have no idea. I'm not with the church.
Do you guys do off-duty with the church?
Do we do off-duty?
Yeah.
We have to off-duty.
No conflict of interest?
That's what the
Oh my god, they do off-duty shit with the Church of Scientology, bro.
city does, so that's not part of what my job is, how they decide who gets off duty, so that's a private contract. So, do you understand everything that they said?
Mostly.
He can translate it in Spanish if you need to.
Sure, I'll take it.
Estás haciendo tras de 2 días y 2 15 Southward Harrison. ¿Entendido?
Yo entiendo. Gracias, señor.
Yeah, it's much better.
Which property is this?
Trespassing.
I thought I got trespassed over there, though.
Do you understand private property is?
I thought I got trespassed over there.
You're trespassing here too.
Really?
That's right.
I don't think that's true, though.
I don't care what you think.
Oh, damn, that's badass. Why do you wear a mask?
Tyler, why did you come out here for?
Drew! The obvious question!
This is gonna be good content?
You tell me.
I don't know, Tyler.
What's your first name?
Doesn't matter.
Bro really tried to throw him off. I don't know. Tyler! Are you making good content? Tyler! I know where you live. I know where your mother lives. I know what your dad search history looks like. Dude, these people are terrifying.
Oh, you're right. Because you've allowed yourself to become a mindless robot. How many lives have you lived? I bet you were a pedophile and want to patch, maybe.
Oh my
God!
Look, is this a bank? Yes.
There's a sign right there.
Yes.
All right, media tours must be arranged by emailing.
So please put your camera down.
It's open to the public, though, no? Is this a bank?
Sir.
What is
Oh my God, they just show up everywhere.
You're trespassing, sir.
This is terrifying. They're everywhere. I literally, stop, you violated the law. These are literal Oblivion NPCs.
But I'm a member.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You're Tyler. They just came out knowing.
My name? Good to meet you. Can I just get your quick
you're
CPO home and security guard? Well, I was trespassed from those 2 buildings, though.
Okay. So, private property, I'm telling you to leave.
Shit, real quick. I'm leaving.
Sir, you're trespassing.
They are trespassing me again. I'm on my way out. As I walk, he knew my name. God bless Scientology. Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. I'm glad you have a mask because I don't want any of that shit on me. I'm on my way. That's
Yeah,
fine.
who knows what diseases these guys are carrying around.
Shut your mouth. Where are you going, secret agent? Where did you come from? You
It's me, Agent Fatass, and I will escort you off the premises.
spawned out of thin air.
Yeah, dude, literally.
Are you
popped
going to
out
go
of
recruit some more children to your cult? What are your objectives today, young man? Free yourself from the prison you've allowed yourself to become a part of. Yo, he has a secret path. Do you own this property? Where are you going? Where is he going?
After documenting the scale of Scientology's
Bro!
presence downtown.
They just own all these buildings. They're just walking through like private area because they own all these buildings.
Clearwater, I still had one question for Jenna. Where is Shelley Miscavige, her aunt and the wife of David Miscavige, the leader of Scientology?
Yeah,
The truth is that initially Shelley is a victim. She was in Scientology as a child, grew up in Scientology, but she married my uncle before he became the leader of Scientology, and since he's been the leader of Scientology, she has been his right-hand woman, involved in every single thing
All
that
the alleged trafficking.
he has done, whether it's the Lisa McPherson case, whether it's the treatment of me as a child. I believe that they had a falling out, but Leah Remini saw her in 2005 and reported her missing, I believe 8 years later. So Leah Remini isn't somebody who would have seen Shelley on a daily basis.
Shelley is alive?
I know she is. I can't give up my sources, but she not only has been seen, but is seen regularly by people who I very much trust in Crestline, California.
I mean, maybe. Again, this is hearsay. She knows from a source that she's not willing to name. We're getting all Candace Owens over here. I don't know, man.
Working at the Scientology base, Shelley wants to be there. She is in a cult. Everyone probably
Yeah, I think she's dead. Yeah, I think she's dead.
an abuser was at one point a victim.
Sure.
But she is an adult who separated me from my family. She knows everything that he knows. She's a part of
So
everything
she only does the human trafficking part? Interesting.
that he was a part of. And so, yeah, she's not a victim in the same way that we've been thinking, that people think of her as.
So I pulled up.
I mean, again, a lot of these people are adults, but it's adults through honest manipulation and indoctrination and all that garbage. But yeah, it's a cult. Like, yeah, they have free will. They chose to be part of this cult, but that doesn't mean that they're not taking advantage of people.
Up to Twin Peaks, California
Absolutely
myself
taking
to
advantage,
see if
without
I could
doubt.
infiltrate the Church of Spiritual Technology, a fortress designed to protect L. Ron Hubbard's teachings in titanium capsules and underground vaults built to withstand the nuclear apocalypse.
Is this true? They actually have, like, this nuclear bunker to protect the fucking fiction writers' shit?
Could I become the first person to infiltrate and document the inside of this fortress? And
bro, what is this?
was Shelly Miscavige being held as a prisoner here? I am running off of 4 hours of sleep the last 3 days. Let's go in, see if we can make some magic happen. Maybe we find...
It's a good thing he's young, because wow. 4 hours of sleep after 3 days, man, or within 3 days, that's just not enough, man. I would be, people who are close to me know that I am not myself when I do not get my sleep. If I don't get at least 8 hours a night, I go, yeah, it just, it's a good thing he's young. God bless Oliveira. This is wild.
Find Shelly. My plan was
this isn't happening.
Simple. Sneak in from the forest, jump the fence, and hopefully find the nuclear bunker, Scientologists working in the area, record as much as possible, and escape without
Dude, that's creepy.
being detected. And luckily for me, I found this sky bridge connecting one part of the compound to the other.
CST is a secretive Scientology organization whose role is to store L. Ron Hubbard's works in almost imperishable form in underground nuclear-proof vaults.
They literally have nuclear vaults to protect the fiction from this sci-fi writer retard cult leader.
I had made it on to
I love the Dark Souls sound effect. Someone in my chat just said Scientology affiliated organization operates a network of underground vaults designed to preserve the writings and recordings of Scientologist founder L. Ron Hubbard for future generations. The base in New Mexico features a large underground vault protected by massive steel doors, titanium capsules containing Hubbard's works etched into stainless steel tablets. Oh my god! And nickel-plated records. These people are retarded, and the politicians are all letting this happen. Come on, how are we living in this world? What is happening among the elites in America?
Skybridge.
It has Shelly.
This actually reminds me, and forgive me, it's gonna be vague, but there was something I was told while I was working in that organization out of New York, that post L. Ron's passing, there were some people that tried to take Scientology in a different direction, and that like rewrote like some of the levels, you know, the OT and all that stuff, and it actually caused like a rift between people that wanted Scientology to stay as it was before L. Ron passed, and people that tried to co-opt Scientology. And there were some L. Ron Hubbard's works that were lost in that little infighting that had happened back then. That's what I was told by someone above me in the org. So yeah, just a little something extra.
Miscavige's
It's like every person that calls Alex Jones retarded for his conspiracy theories that there are elites and shit, and they're like more than fine with the fact that we have thousands of Scientology cult members everywhere being allegedly trafficked around. Get out of here.
I was in.
Oh boy.
So the cottage where Shelly is just beyond this wall and this walkway. Okay.
But I was not alone here. And then I saw my first science.
This dude's actually fucking crazy. Like, I would never do this. But real, I respect the fuck out of him for doing this, man.
Scientologists in the area.
Again, it's illegal and trespassing is bad. All right, disclaimer. I do not endorse trespassing on this channel. But this is the most base shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't endorse it either. Obviously, yes, it's illegal. It's blah blah blah. But when it comes to organizations like this one, that's this secretive, you're not left with too many legal options, honestly. Because if you try to go a legal route, they're notified ahead of time that you know the attempts are being made, and they can alter or change whatever the hell they need to ahead of time before you can actually go legally see anything. If you're even able to cut through the red tape to be able to go see it legally. So I mean, in the interest of journalism, personally, I see no other way to get information other than this, which makes this is why I call Tyler Oliveira an actual journalist. He's risking life and limb to do this. And journalism being a noble profession, when it's practiced in this way, I would say. I say that he's a real journalist over like anyone who sits behind a desk and reports things that are happening on CNN, on Fox, whatever. These people aren't journalists. Tyler Oliveira, and Nick Shirley, Nick Sortor. These are journalists. Luke Rudowski was a real journalist back in the day. He still reports the things as he sees it, behind the desk. But like, yeah, he's a bit older now, so he's not doing the same thing Tyler Oliveira is doing these today. And the same thing with Tim Pool, like back in the day, this is the same thing. These are things you can really only do when you're young. When you're a young man, I certainly couldn't do this.
Thinking quick and hiding, I narrowly avoided being caught and then noticed some luxury log cabins in the area. But who was living here?
Here is where it is believed Shelley to be living.
This is crazy.
Now, one of the buildings on this property is the secret entrance to the underground vault that exists on this property.
But where was it?
I love that he literally just filmed himself committing a crime and uploaded it, because I guess he figured it's important for the world to know or something. Also, dude really picked a white hat. You couldn't pick like a green hat? I guess Scientology doesn't actually want to sue this guy. I mean, they might. He might actually get sued by Scientology or killed. Hope not. That would be terrifying. Pray for Tyler. But he might get sued. He might get sued for this. This looks fun as fuck. You know, sneaking around and all that. That looks fun. I'll be real.
Why was there a kid's trampoline outside one of these homes?
Great question. This is terrifying. Just this giant community of empty, like, huts.
The light was on, but who called this house home?
Sneak 100.
But any Scientologist would actually get in trouble for watching what you guys watched. Any Scientologist would even get in trouble if in an auditing session or in an ethics interview they admitted to having looked up the location of this base and having spent time touring it on Google Earth or on the YouTube drone footage.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It really is incredible to believe that Scientology controls its members, you know, thoughts, behaviors, and actions in that way.
As I hid behind the trees, I noticed a Scientologist keeping guard in the distance and was convinced her and I made direct eye contact. So I decided to preserve the footage I had and run for my life.
Yep, makes sense to me. Damn, good throw. All right.
Good call.
While narrowly escaping what may be Shelley's prison, you might be wondering how you too can help destroy Scientology.
The best way to...
Sheesh! I mean, dude pussed out there a little bit, but I don't blame him.
I think, having seen the things I have seen and personal experiences with the organization, I do think they need to be destroyed. I'm sure that there's nothing I can do as of right now, but I'm willing to do what it takes if and when I ever get to the point I have what it takes to do something about it.
Blame him. I mean, these people, they fucking, who knows? Who knows? He might have just disappeared.
To stop Scientology from growing is just to stop new people from getting in.
You've got to let
the best thing to do is just to spread the word at this
kids
point.
know they are the #1 target for Scientology. They are after young people.
There are a surprising amount of young people.
Because young people are...
There are a surprising amount of young people. You know?
More impressionable, they're easier to manipulate. And also people who speak 2 languages, because they're really after Latinos, Latinas, you know, anyone.
Targeting those Hispanics.
People need to be able to get justice for actual crimes that were committed against them.
Yeah, you need families, you need parents that actually raise their children, teach their children about, you know, God, all right? Actually raise their families and not let them get raised by fucking retards and cults.
The way to affect that change really is to raise public awareness.
And you can go watch the full-length infiltration of Twin Peaks.
Of course, I'll link his video in the description, but this is crazy. I'm glad I covered this, because I do think people have to know what's going on. But nah, dude, this is wild, bro. They're importing illegal aliens, join their cults while we fund it. Yep. That's where we're at. No, this is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. Banger video by Tyler. The fact that he snuck into their thing. Yeah, I'm scared for him. I hope he's okay. I hope they don't come after him, because there are way too many people that disappeared, you know, through this cult of Scientology. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. But for now, subscribe. We cover everything here. What the fuck are the elites doing in America? And why does no political entity ever want to talk about Scientology? These are the questions that I'm rocking with at the end. And what are they really doing? What are they really doing? They don't need these people to dig holes and plant vegetables. What are they really doing? What are they really after? I don't know, man. There's a lot to say here. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.
So yeah, excellent video by Nuxanor and Tyler Oliveira. Links to both Tyler's video and Nuxanor's video will be in the description. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on these platforms. And remember to think critically.